Circumcision! Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about circumcision. To snip or not to snip? Let me know what you think, and hopefully you'll enjoy these videos I've collected.
The foreskin is a highly elastic piece of skin that covers the head of the penis, and it's amazing! It does lots of really cool, awesome stuff. The two basic functions of the foreskin are protection and sexualness. So when a little baby is born, they got a penis, the foreskin is actually fused to the glands. It's fused to the head, and that is good. Nature is a smart motherfucker, okay? She knows what she's doing. The fusing of the foreskin to the head keeps bacteria and other stuff out that can cause infections when the little baby is getting all big. When they become like 10 or 11-ish, the foreskin will start to detach from the head, and then the foreskin still serves as like a little sheath. It keeps all the bad stuff out, and it also keeps all the good stuff in. The foreskin has mucous membranes which release and distribute and help to store natural lubrication. So you could think of it as kind of like an eyelid. It creates a cozy little cave for the head of the penis to stay in. Yeah, you thought only vagina people get a cave? Wrong, penis people get a cave too. What? It's also protecting those erotic nerve endings so that they aren't overexposed and becoming desensitized by being all over the place all the time. So that kind of bleeds into the sexualness part of the foreskin. It's protecting the gland so that it doesn't become desensitized. But the foreskin itself has roughly, get ready for this, is your body ready, around 240 feet of nerve fibers, as well as 20,000 nerve endings. Fuck yeah, foreskin!
I love Lacey. I really do.
Hold up. 8 in 10 Americans who have penises have their foreskin removed. Here in America, circumcision is one of the most common surgical procedures that happens, and it almost always happens directly from the womb. As in, before they can talk or understand what's going on. As in, before they can give consent to have half the skin of their penis removed.
Okay, in my opinion, the circumcision thing, it's an outdated religious thing that doesn't even need to be done anymore. We take showers every day, so cleanliness isn't an issue. Most people think it's the way it should look in this country, but in reality, over the world, most guys aren't circumcised. And if anybody ever asks if it hurts, I couldn't walk for a year after I had mine done.
But seriously.
Hi, my name is Danielle Kennedy, and mckinneymadness asked me to make a short video in regards to my opinions on circumcision. She did this because if anybody personally knows me, they know I have immense anteater pride, and I'm not afraid to express it. I'm against routine infant circumcision because I believe that every person is born over a right to their body, and I believe that for this kind of cosmetic permanent procedure should be done by a consenting adult. Just like any other big cosmetic procedure, the person needs to be able to make this decision for themselves. I believe that parents strip their children of this right when they decide to do this. A lot of people think that a circumcised penis is prettier. I'm going to have to say that you are beautiful the way you were born, and if you believe in a God, they gave it to us for a reason. Foreskin, believe it or not, serves a purpose. It contains thousands of nerve endings to make sex more pleasurable for men, but not only for men. A lot of people don't realize it makes sex pleasurable for us. It makes sex pleasurable for girls because the foreskin acts as a natural lubricant, whereas a circumcised penis strips a lot of the natural lubricant out of the vagina. A foreskin acts as a natural lubricant to make sex smoother, glider. Men don't have to be so rough with their women. They don't have to hammer so hard, so to say. And a lot of people overlook that kind of fact. They also say that an uncircumcised penis has a greater risk for STDs. I'm going to have to say that that's false, because if you sleep with a dirty girl or a guy, I'm not going to discriminate. If you sleep with a dirty girl or a guy, you're going to get an STD. If not circumcising was linked to STDs, I believe that Europe would be having an epidemic over there, and they're not. So I'm going to have to debunk that right there and say that that's not true. I'm also going to have to say that just because you circumcise your kid doesn't make you love your child any less. That's not what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say here is that people should be doing their research.
To snip or not to snip?
At one point, I was actually the only person in my shop who was circumcised. Okay? We had this really tall black guy. His name was Makadingo, and he was from Kenya, from Nairobi, Kenya. And he wasn't circumcised.
I love uncircumcised dick.
We know you do. And then we had Filipinos and some Russian guy, and I was the only white dude there that was, born in America. So I was all like, and I don't know how it came up, but one day we all found out if each other were circumcised or not. So, but it was funny though, because they started comparing foreskins, and then, the big black guy, they're like, damn, dude, that's not a foreskin, that's a 5-skin, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here with that. Yeah. That's about all I could really say. I mean, I'm circumcised. But...
Smegma. What is smegma? It's the cheeses on the penis, that's right. If you don't cut your boy, it will grow on his toy. And nobody will love him. Smegma. Nobody likes smegma. Just the sound of the word smegma is gross. Danny Kennedy says even girls get smegma. Not me, I'm clean. Smegma. Nobody likes smegma except Joyce Wright, who wrote a book about smegma. She loves smegma. I don't.
There's this new thing called a shower.
Do girls really get that shit?
No smegma for this bitch. Am I doing this right? Smegma. 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 Hey guys, I know we got off into this huge smegma thing now, mostly because my mother's video, and she believes that she doesn't want an uncircumcised penis because of smegma. Well, that's kind of irrelevant to the argument because circumcised and uncircumcised alike can both get smegma. Just take a shower, it'll cure that shit right up, or prevent. Women and men can get it, so it's really irrelevant. I've learned in the past couple days talking to all of you, hearing different stories, testimonials, watching different videos, which I did not include everything. This was more of a funny video of just different things I threw together. This is not everything, so if I left you out, don't feel bad. It was quite a few people I left out. It's obviously long, as you can tell, but thank you, because everybody who did talk to me and send me stuff actually did help me learn and develop an opinion that I actually am quite proud of. I never thought that I would say that I wasn't gonna circumcise my child. I used to make fun of my friend Danielle Kennedy, who was featured in this video, for being so into the anteater. But now I see that it's medically not necessary. You wouldn't go shave off a part of your kid's nose because that's what looked normal. I'm not gonna go shave off a part of my kid that is so sacred and so special, I want to say. I'm not gonna go just cut off part of it because that's the normal. It's mutilation, in my opinion. It's not necessary. If later in life there is a complication and they have to get circumcised, that is unfortunate, but that does not mean that is all that common. It does happen, but then it happens. I'm not gonna do that to my poor child, especially when a grown-ass man isn't gonna get circumcised because he's afraid of the pain. How can you expect a tiny little baby to tolerate that pain? I can't imagine putting my son through it. And even though they may not remember it, it's not necessary. It's just cosmetic surgery. Be who you are, accept the body that God gave you, and don't snip the dick. So that's just my personal opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about circumcision, but feel free to let me know, and I know it's a hot button topic, so I'm looking forward to hearing all sides, and I will try to stay open-minded and hear all opinions. I do ask that you guys stay clean and don't get nasty. So yeah, you can follow me more at mckinneymadness.com. You can follow on Facebook /mckinneymadness, and you can follow me personally, Sydney28, on Instagram. Thank you for watching, guys.